My 14-year-old niece showed up at my door at 3 a.m. with a huge Belly.Worried. I asked, "What happened to you?" My name is Aries and I'm a 29-year-old man from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know how they say life is a joke? Well, my parents were experts in dark comedy, and I was always the punchline. The night before my graduation, I was asleep dreaming of a new beginning when I felt the cold buzz of clippers on my scalp. My eyes snapped open and I saw my mother with a huge grin holding the razor like a weapon. She was shaving my head. When she finished, she let out a high, cruel laugh. "Bald like your future," she sneered. My father joined in, holding up his phone, snapping a picture of us side by side with his arm around me like a trophy of humiliation. "Best family joke yet," he chuckled. They went to bed still laughing while I went to the bathroom mirror. A stranger stared back at me, but my reflection was not pathetic. It was patient. The joke was no longer theirs, it was mine. You have to understand, this was not a new thing. Their cruelty was not born overnight. My parents had been tormenting me for years. When I was younger, I believed in them. I believed them when they said hard work would pay off, when they applauded my awards, when they bragged to neighbors about me being the smart one. I worked hard, I followed their rules, and I excelled. But at home, they slowly chipped away at me in ways no one else could see. My mother's sarcastic remarks were hidden under a laugh. My father's silent approval of her cruelty. His camera was always ready to record my pain. They were not raising me, they were rehearsing a cruel act. I never fought back, I smiled. I endured because on the inside I was observing and planning. Their mistake was thinking humiliation would break me. It did not. It taught me. I started gathering everything I could find. My father's hidden gambling debt emails, the photos of his late-night visits to a woman who was not my mother, the credit card statements he thought I could not access, my mother's prescription refills for pills she bought with a fake name, the private messages she sent to her church friend that were not about God. I became their shadow, their reflection. Every secret they tried to hide I brought into the light. By the time they shaved my head, I had enough proof to expose them completely. The morning of graduation, they were walking around the kitchen, still amused, sipping coffee like royalty. My scalp was still sensitive. My gown hid the marks of their laughter, but inside I was calm. "Smile," my dad said as he raised his phone. "Your last day as our little failure." I smiled because he was right. It was my last day as theirs. At the ceremony, I walked across the stage, bald, my head held high with my diploma in hand. Their laughter echoed from the bleachers. But what they did not know was that the real show was waiting for me after the applause. That night I released everything, not in anger or haste, but with precision. The gambling debts, the affair, the pills, the fake charities they used for tax breaks. Everything went to their friends, their co-workers, their church, and their boss. Every dirty secret of their lives was exposed with timestamps, receipts, and undeniable proof. My father was fired by Monday. My mother lost her position on the church board by Tuesday. By Wednesday, they were not laughing anymore. Neighbors stopped talking to them. Friends stopped calling. Their names became a topic of gossip in every conversation. The house once filled with their mockery grew quieter with each passing hour. The confrontation happened on Friday. I was in the living room when they stormed in. My father's eyes were bloodshot and my mother's hands were shaking. "What did you do?" my father growled. I looked at them, calm, my bald head gleaming under the lamp. "I gave the world the truth." "You ruined us," my mother shrieked. I tilted my head. "No, you ruined yourselves. I just stopped hiding it." For once there was no laughter, no camera, no joke, just a suffocating silence. They tried to fix their reputation, but a good name is fragile. Once it is shattered, it cuts deeper than any blade. Their friends avoided them. Their money went to paying off debts, and their once proud house became a cage filled with whispers. Every time my father opened his phone, that picture he had taken of me, bald and humiliated, stared back at him. Every time my mother walked past a mirror, she saw the son who did not cry, who did not break, who turned their cruelty into their curse. I left shortly after with my diploma in hand and my future ahead of me. I was bald maybe, but I was free and stronger than ever. Now when I think back on it, I do not see the clippers or hear the laughter. I hear silence. The silence of two people suffocating on the taste of their own medicine. And I smile because they taught me their favorite lesson, how to turn pain into comedy. Only this time the joke was mine, and it was the last one they will ever laugh at. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thanks.